I gave up caring about anything, and all the problems disappeared. To go wrong in one's own way is better than to go right in someone else's. People really do like seeing their best friends humiliated. A large part of the friendship is based on humiliation, and that is an old truth, well known to all intelligent people. Only through suffering can we find ourselves. Intelligence alone is not nearly enough when it comes to acting wisely. Nothing is more seductive for a man than his freedom of conscience, but nothing is a greater cause of suffering. There is immeasurably more left inside than what comes out in words. Nature doesn't ask your permission. It doesn't care about your wishes or whether you like its laws or not. You're obliged to accept it as it is, and consequently all its results as well. Besides, nowadays, almost all capable people are terribly afraid of being ridiculous, and are miserable because of it. My soul bleeds, and the blood, steadily, silently, disturbingly slowly, swallows me whole. Man is a creature that can get accustomed to anything, and I think that is the best definition of him. But men love abstract reasoning and neat systematization so much that they think nothing of distorting the truth, closing their eyes and ears to contrary evidence to preserve their logical constructions. Wealth is the number of things one can do without. To be in love is not the same as loving. You can be in love with a woman and still hate her. If God does not exist, then everything is permissible. What would life be if we had no courage to attempt anything? Taking a new step, uttering a new word, is what people fear most. What man wants is simply independent choice, whatever that independence may cost and wherever it may lead. Since man cannot live without miracles, he will provide himself with miracles of his own making. He will believe in witchcraft and sorcery, even though he may otherwise be a heretic, an atheist, and a rebel. The degree of civilization in a society can be judged by entering its prisons. The more incompetent one feels, the more eager he is to fight. My friend, the truth is always implausible. Did you know that? To make the truth more plausible, it's absolutely necessary to mix a bit of faucet with it. People have always done so. To love is to suffer, and there can be no love otherwise. I believe the best definition of man is the ungrateful biped. I am strongly convinced that not only too much consciousness, but even any consciousness at all is a sickness. There is nothing higher and stronger and more wholesome and useful for life in later years than some good memory, especially a memory connected with childhood, with home. The more you succeed in loving, the more you'll be convinced at the existence of God and the immortality of your soul. From 100 rabbits you can't make a horse. The man who is happy is fulfilling the purpose of his existence. To love another person is to see them as God intended them to be. Man has it all in his hands, and it all slips through his fingers from sheer cowardice. They tease me now, telling me it was only a dream. But does it matter whether it was a dream or reality, if the dream made known to me the truth? Paradise is hidden in each one of us. It is concealed within me too, right now. And if I wish, it will come for me in reality, even tomorrow, and for the rest of my life. I want to suffer and be purified by suffering. Men like to count their troubles, few calculate their happiness. I think the devil doesn't exist, but man has created him. He has created him in his own image and likeness. The world will be saved by beauty. 100 suspicions don't make a proof. I can see the sun, but even if I cannot see the sun, I know that it exists. And to know that the sun is there, that is living. Man is sometimes extraordinarily, passionately, in love with sufferings. The death of a child is the greatest reason to doubt the existence of God. At first, art imitates life. Then life will imitate art, then life will find its very existence from the arts. What is hell? I maintain that it is the suffering of being unable to love. Destroy my desires, eradicate my ideals, show me something better, and I will follow you. To live without hope is to cease to live. Realists do not fear the results of their study. Happiness does not lie in happiness, but in the achievement of it. The greatest happiness is to know the source of unhappiness. The cleverest of all, in my opinion, is the man who calls himself a fool at least once a month.